Hi, this is Allein Moore, and I'm at the TUCON conference in Las Vegas, which is very lucky for me, and I'm about to interview Menon, who is the Executive Vice President of Tibco. Before we start, could you just tell me a little bit about your background?
My name is Menon. I'm currently the President of Social Computing Division for Tibco. Been with Tibco about 13 years. Seems like 20, but 13 years, right, from when we were a small company in Silicon Valley to where we are today, $1 billion in revenue. But I am basically an engineer by training, and I complained so much about our marketing in terms of how our products were being marketed that I was put in charge of marketing many years ago. And so the unlikely spot of an engineer running marketing happened, and I was the Chief Marketing Officer for Tibco for 9 years. And then recently I built a product as a lapsed engineer in the enterprise social area, and it got so interesting that now I run that as a division.
Ram, I heard about the Greg the Architect videos, which won the B2B Magazine Award and also the Web Marketing Association recognition. So can you tell me a little bit about how that came about?
Sure. And that some people would point to was kind of my more out-of-the-box thinking here. So we were launching a new product, and as is the trend with technology companies, the approach initially suggested was to talk about the product. And I thought about it a lot, and what I did is I kept getting stories from customers about how folks would just bore you to tears about the bits and bytes about the product. That set off an idea. It said, let's tell that story. The story of how you rather bore people with the details of the product, add a touch of humor, and tell your story behind the scenes. And that led to this cartoon character called Greg the Architect, who really was an IT person who was hearing all these things from different vendors about how their products were the greatest things in sliced bread, and had developed a healthy cynicism, which led to a lot of comic interludes. And yes, it did go on to win some awards, and that was a surprise, but nevertheless, that's a fond memory.
Earlier this year, Tibco bought the Loyalty Lab company. Can you tell me how this fits into your plans and the expansion of your company?
What Loyalty Lab does is it handles the loyalty program for some of the world's largest retailers, including Target, as well as Virgin Airlines here in the United States, and many other retailers. For a long time, Tibco had built our business on real time. The ability to get real-time information to the right person in the right context at the right time. And one of the areas where we felt that that particular concept could be applied to was loyalty. So instead of getting your points in a mail 2 months after the charges have been incurred, how cool would it be if you were to walk past a particular store that you liked, you would get an SMS that told you you had 5,000 points to spend. And you could walk in right now and get a discount on a particular pair of jeans. Or how cool would it be if you were just walking past a coffee shop and you were offered in real time an offer for a free cappuccino. So loyalty has moved way beyond just points accrual. It's moved to real-time offers. And so with the combination of the loyalty expertise and real-time technology, we thought was a wonderful addition to our portfolio.
I hear that your company has added a product called T-Bar. Can you tell me how that might help marketers or the consumers.
So Tibber is what is popularly known as Facebook for the enterprise. And we realized that in the 21st century, what Facebook has taught us is the wall has become a universal way to aggregate and consume information. Now in the enterprise, you don't just follow people, you also have to follow business processes, machines, files, documents. And there's no better company on the planet that can bring this enterprise information, whether it's information from a point of sale terminal in Singapore or a welding robot in Detroit, onto your wall. That's Tibco. So we launched Tibber as an enterprise social product with a difference: the ability to bring all sources of information in the enterprise onto your wall. It was launched in January 2011, so actually in a few months it's Tibber's second birthday. We have over 1 million users. Tibber is now accessed from 104 countries globally. We have over 100 enterprise customers, many OOCL in Hong Kong, very large container shipping company, very large bank in Singapore. So we have customers all over the world now using this as their private, secure enterprise social network.
Ram, just one final question. How do you encourage innovation in your company?
Encouraging innovation is really two things: hiring smart people and tremendous focus on the customer. Really, customer needs is from where you get problems. And smart people present new ways to solve that problem. It's that simple.
Ram, thank you very much for talking to AdAsia.
Thank you very much. The pleasure's been mine.